Well, cheers and howdy do, buckaroos. This one's kind of a later than usual. I had a 6 o'clock at the pub planned, but uh, something came up and we're able to do it. And just kind of messed around last minute. Decided I would go ahead and do a video today anyway, because I had a couple things I wanted to do here. Let me find it here. I don't know. It's not working. All right. There we go. There we go. Anyway, how the heck are you? I am Tom the Whiskey Whisperer for this video because I'm not having any beer. I'm just having a little bit of whiskey, though. I poured myself a small amount here, about an ounce, even though it's in a big rocks glass. Doesn't look like much. It's probably a little over a shot. It's probably close to about an ounce and a quarter, but it is the Iechyd Oracle Bourbon. It's a 5-year-old bourbon. This particular bourbon is finished in port barrels. If you're watching, if you'd like to be part of the video, let me know and I'll send you the link. If you'd like to just got any questions or comments, though, please put it up on the screen. I try to answer everybody. The wine is interesting. So a while back, my wife and I were in, we went into Clinton, Missouri to visit an old friend, but we went a little further up north and hit Peculiar Winery up there. They're a very interesting winery. They're the winery version of an adjunct brewery, let's say. Anyway, they had a lot of interesting flavors. But this one I really, I thought was interesting enough to pick up. It is the Strawbanero. Let me show you that bottle there. Strawbanero at 12%. 12%. Okay. I actually bought this with cocktails in mind, but I am just having it as is for this particular video. I had a sample of this at the winery, but I thought I'd have a full glass just to kind of really get the feel for it. You really do feel that strawberry on the nose, which is a hint of habanero, which I thought was interesting. Yeah, I did buy this with cocktails in mind. I wasn't sure what cocktail. I thought I could add it to something and do something with. But I also picked it up with food in mind because I thought it'd be an interesting component in a marinade, having that strawberry and habanero, a little bit of sweet, tart, and spicy in there. I thought that I might try that on some chicken. So this Oracle is very interesting. It is a 5-year-old bourbon. Again, it's finished in port barrels. So you have that Missouri white oak, right? The first aging of this. So you are going to feel some of those components, right? You're going to feel that vanilla. You get some of the spice and other flavors and aromas that typical bourbon is going to have. You might feel some dark fruit, Then that port barrel takes it a spin around the block and adds some more character to it. So you might even get more or different versions of dark fruit or something else altogether. I get a lot of sweetness on the nose, actually. Almost like a sweet vanilla cream like scent, along with a pleasant amount of oak and spice. It is a 90 proof bourbon. Yep. No, 92 proof bourbon, my bad. Bourbon whiskey finished in port barrels. So you've got that 5-year-old bourbon, right? Hey, Fred, how are you? That's funny. Fred's funny. Fred says 12%. I've seen you drink stronger beer. Yeah. I'm really trying over. I guess it's been a little bit over a year now. My wife and I have been trying to learn about wine. She kind of developed a taste for it, kind of out of the blue. We did our first wine tasting at Keltoy Winery, just a little bit north of Joplin, Missouri. So it's a little bit over an hour, not quite an hour and a half from where we live in Springfield. And we had such a great time that we've decided that we tried to hit a lot of Missouri wineries, right? I try to drink wine like I drink beer, as local as humanly possible. I want to support as many locals. Now, we've hit a few that weren't crazy about. but overall, most of them we got to we really like. Some we just like better than others. Over Father's Day, my wife took me out to Viandale Winery in Mountain View, Missouri, which you would think anything would be out there, but there it is, about an hour and a half away. There's not much else out there, but that winery was very good. They were certainly worth going back to again. Probably our favorite still is the Keltoy, though, because we just had a great first experience out there. And then it's again the Irish theme, right? The Keltoy. So, and my wife and I are both of Irish heritage, so we kind of appreciate that as well. But again, there has been a few others we really like. The Vinedale I mentioned last year around our anniversary, we went and hit a few in the St. James area. Unfortunately, two of the wineries we went to are no longer in business. And one of them we really liked, the Belmont Winery. I really enjoyed that one, and was looking forward to going back there in May when they just, in fact, just a day before we were planning on going out there, they had posted that they weren't going to open up their doors anymore. They're going to close up shop. So I was really bummed about that because, man, I really wanted to go there. But we did find another winery in St. James we really liked called the Prairie Barn Winery and Christmas Tree Farm. Yeah, they're a winery and Christmas Tree Farm, believe it or not. And again, we really like that one because, well, again, the products are good, but the service was impeccable. We're not into the whole pretentious wine thing, so yeah, we're kind of looking for that nice, just relaxed spot, and that's kind of what Keltway was. Prairie Barn is in that same league. There are three wineries in Branson. They have a St. James outlet, Ozark Hills, I think it's Ozark Hills outlet, and Bear Creek, and all of them were good, but there was, I don't know, Branson is Branson, right? Tourist towns tend to not have the best customer service because they know they've got a captive audience. And quite frankly, all the St. James winery in St. James we've had great luck with, but all the wineries in Branson, not so much. I like the Bear Creek products, to be honest with you, but the service there was less than adequate. Let's just say, and I'm trying real hard to be diplomatic. It wasn't great. They've got this strange system. We had one person trying to take care of everybody out there, and I guess they may have been shorthanded, but man, there's got to be a better system. It just took a long time. It took us about 20 minutes. We walked in the door. There's like four people standing in front of us, and it took us 25 minutes just to get our order in, And that seems a long time when there's only four people in front of you, right? Yeah, it did to me anyway. From somebody who spent their life in customer service, yeah, it just didn't seem great. And then they overcharged me, and then tried to deny they overcharged me. Then I had to go back, pull up the receipt, and see that they overcharged me. They put, I had a flight, my wife had a flight. They charged hers twice. So then I had to wait for that to get done, and that wasn't easy. Like I said, the products weren't terrible. In fact, I even bought one bottle of wine, and I almost changed my mind, to be honest with you, because again, the service was just so well, less than adequate, as I said earlier. But I was originally going to buy three bottles of wine, two for myself, one for my wife. But we just had, again, I felt like I was rewarded. I went ahead and bought the one. That was before they overcharged me, right? And I almost said take it off, but I decided to keep it because I didn't know when we get back there, and I did like that particular bottle. I just, yeah, but in all honesty, I probably won't go back there, not for a while anyway. But most of them that we've been to, in fact, when we were over in that up in Clinton area, we did hit that peculiar winery, which was interesting. Again, it's a lot of weird flavors, strange flavors, let's just say, different flavors. How about that? And then we hit Red Fox Winery, which I enjoyed more than my wife did. But so I'm not sure if we'd get back to that one or not. But I do like the products real well. What we really liked though was in Clinton, and that is the Primitive Old Crow. It's an antique shop. They do pizza in there. It's a full bar and winery. So I mean, but what we did like about them though is again, the service was impeccable. We bought a lot of stuff there because the service was so great. So typically in bourbon, you might pick up some data and or fig. And again, it kind of depends. But here with an addition of that port wine, I really feel like I'm picking up some very dark, almost overripe plum notes. Certainly some raisin. Maybe just a hint of dark cherry as well. She starts out very sweet. So you're kind of concerned at first that it's going to stay too sweet, but it does not. It rounds that middle, and you get that big oak and spice in the finish. And it's just absolutely gorgeous whiskey. Oh, yeah, I'm not allowing myself to drink very much this evening. Just want to do a short video. I meant to get started at about 6, but then I got sidetracked looking up stuff. I knew yesterday that I wasn't going to have the guest on. It wasn't like it was a last minute thing. But sometimes I try to round up you know, a plan B, right? But I didn't even try today. I just wasn't really feeling it anyway. So I kind of wanted to relax. But I would thought I'd come on and just do one short video with you all with these products. And I've been dying to try the Strawbanero, and I've been waiting because I've had it for over a month now, almost a month and a half, and hadn't opened it. Because again, I thought of it with cocktails in mind, but I can't decide on how I want to turn it into a cocktail. So thought I'd have some on its own and try to make a decision from there. What ingredients I need to buy to really turn this into a cocktail? Oh yeah, it's got a nice little bite. Yeah, it does. It's very interesting because it starts out very sweet. You feel that sweet and tart strawberry early on. And you feel that spicy habanero. So I thought about again just using it as a component in a marinade with some chicken. So most of this wine is probably going to end up cooked or in a cocktail, but I wanted to have one glass on its own. That's just they do a pear jalapeno, which was good, but I really like this one because I love the strawberry notes with that little habanero at the end. That bit of spice is very interesting. I think it pair well if you want to drink it on its own. It pair well with some Mexican food, man. It really would. Some nice enchiladas or chilaquiles. I think it pair beautifully with. I'm a bit of an enchilada purist. Yeah, I pretty much yeah. I like just the classic cheese enchilada, either red or green sauce, depending on the day, which is my favorite. But yeah, just like a classic cheese or cheese and onion enchilada. This would pair perfectly with that. You just got that little bit of heat in the finish. It's very interesting. Oh, I think that's why I went ahead and bought the bottle because, of course, they give you like maybe an ounce to taste, right? And sometimes it's really hard to tell. So you're kind of guessing. You're not sure how it's gonna feel if you have a glass full. This spice does kind of linger a bit. I do like a lot of heat, so for me it's not too much. But again, I'm still trying to figure out how I want to build that with the cocktail. What liquor I want to add to it. Of course, the easiest would probably be vodka, but I'm trying to figure out how to make a a classic whiskey cocktail with this. So my Keltoy glass. We have several Keltoy glasses. Because when we were there the first time, we got some with the tasting, and then when we went there for St. Patrick's Day, we won a few glasses. So I know we got a couple with stems. We got a couple without stems. I do kind of like the stemless wine glasses. Well, I drank the whiskey first, though, because drinking this, if I'd have drank this first and then the whiskey, really would have altered that taste of that whiskey with the spice still on the palate. It really would have altered the taste of that whiskey quite a bit. Might be interesting, though. Uh, so again, it's a little sweet initially, right? You get that strawberry sweetness. Now the finish is very interesting because then you get that habanero plus that strawberry tartness combined together. A little heat, little tart, balancing out that sweetness. It's very good. Again, I don't know if I'm having this by itself. I don't know that I'd be able to have more than a glass. Uh, but again, yeah, I really want to figure out how to build a cocktail with this. But again, I probably will use it in a marinade of some sort because I think it'd be great on some chicken. Because that a little sweet, a little heat. Uh, Anyways, I digress. I'm the whiskey whisper, whiskey fan, whiskey drinker. For rare wisdom, all rugged guy, lunch.